In my previous video, I described Kier Starmer as the fork in a bowl of soup. However, with this headline right here, I've changed my mind. Kier Starmer, the man who shat his pants and fought, I might as well piss myself while I'm at it. This man has zero damage control whatsoever. UK will give Ukraine £3 billion a year for as long as it takes, says Starmer. Now, bearing in mind that he will be in power for the next 5 years, so that's £15 billion of the UK taxpayers' money getting sent off into a financial black hole, and that financial black hole gets men who did not want to be involved in this war killed in the most brutal manners imaginable. Also, bearing in mind that Starmer has already sent UK missiles off to Ukraine, and Ukraine have now fired them into the motherland, Russia's territory, which means the UK is now directly involved in this conflict. How did World War One start again? Google it. Now, just to see, if I'm not going to read through this entire news article, right? Because there's only two types of people that want me to read through this. One, people who can't understand anything over face value, and when I read this all out, they still won't understand why this is a bad thing. And two, the people who like this stuff, support Keir Starmer, and no matter how much evidence and factuals, undeniable facts I put in front of them, they'll just turn around and say, yeah, but you're a racist. So I'm not going to waste anyone's time. If you can read that title and understand why this is bullshit, cool, you don't need me spoon feeding you. Now, let's think about 15 billion over the next 5 years. What could that have fixed? What is the number one thing British people love moaning about the most? Potholes. Again, I think for £15 billion you could have probably patched every pothole in the UK from John O'Groats all the way down to Cornwall very easily. Let me know down below in the comments what the potholes in your area are like. Where I live, we don't really even have potholes. We've got roads that have just completely caved in and are completely unusable that look like Somalia, and they've just been closed off permanently because even if you drive through that with a military tank, it will just fall in and you'll need a crane to get it back out. So that's how bad the potholes are in my area. And yes, we do have normal sized potholes everywhere that could easily puncture a tyre and just cause you to crash violently. But again, it's like that in every street throughout the UK. Again, that's not been fixed for a very long time. Again, homelessness, that's been going on for God knows how long. People have lost their homes due to the lockdown and cost of living crisis. How many veterans are on the streets? How many people have fallen into hard times and by their own mistake went into drugs or drinking and lost everything? How many people, so on and so forth with homelessness as a whole. Again, we could have put a dent in that with 15 billion, maybe even fixed the issue, but no, it's getting sent off to Ukraine. Again, poverty right now in the UK is at its absolute worst. We don't have money. The NHS is collapsing. All emergency services are collapsing. And again, we have the luxury to send £15 billion of the taxpayers' money off to a country that's got nothing to do with us because a little, Ukrainian midget wants the money. How many billions, if not trillions, have the Westerners have sent off to Ukraine, and guess what? They're still losing. Again, people wanted to vote for Labour because they were sick of Tories and they couldn't have 18 plus years of Tories. They had to cut it off. Well, I'm telling you right now, it's still 18 years of Tories. Nothing's changing. They all spewed the same message. They all had the same ideologies. They all wanted to have this exact goal. The only trouble is that you were delusional enough to think if we just get rid of the Tories, the UK will be fixed. No, as I've said before, replacing a monster with a demon does not resolve the issue. Again, bearing in mind that he's not even been in leader for a week as of recording this video, and he's already sent UK missiles off to Ukraine which have been fired into Russia, which means we are now directly involved since we've basically attacked Russia now. Again, how did World War One start? Two countries went to war, then those two countries got their country to, another country to back them up, and that country got another country to back you, so on and so forth. History loves to repeat itself, and by the looks of things right here, yeah, it's going to end up happening again. And by the way, you think this is as bad as it's going to get? We've got another 1800 days plus of Kier Starmer in power. This is the snowflake on top of the iceberg. This isn't even the chip off the top of it yet. God, fines are only going to get more expensive in the UK. Your taxes are going to skyrocket and people are going to struggle more than they ever thought. And they will think to themselves, but I voted Labour, how is this happening? Anyway, I'll wrap the video up there. Thank you very much for tuning in, it's greatly appreciated. £15 billion. Jesus Christ, that's one hell of a night out in fucking London. But if you agree or disagree with anything that I've said, please leave a comment down below. I'll reply to you as soon as possible. If you want to follow me on Twitter for some of the most uncensored opinions imaginable, again, it's at rant-A-holic, links in the pinned top comment as well. But I'll wrap it up there. Thank you very much for tuning in, it's greatly appreciated. I love yous all, and as always, keep on rolling. Have a great day and a better week to follow. See yous!